my sisters. I have about maybe give me about 5 or 6 minutes. At the hospital again visiting people, and so I got a question that I want to ask you today. Give me 1 second. Come on, come on. I got one question that I want to, one statement, not a question, but a statement that I want to assessment that I want to make in regards to how you get an answer, how you get a move of God, how you get what you've been praying for to come to pass. And it's a simple mind shift. It's a simple mind shift. And so this is why it's so important to study and know God. Because when you study and know God, that means you have a relationship. The way you know someone is by spending time with them. And so the more you spend time with them, the more you know their mind. And you know in their mind, you'll know their ways, you'll know their thoughts, you'll know what they would and would not do over a period of time. The same thing it is true when it comes to God. In order to know God, you have to spend time with him. And the way to know his heart, the way to know his mind is by listening to his words. And if you listen to God's words, then you'll know his thoughts, you'll know his ways, you'll know the tendencies on what he would, and you know what God would not do. And so, and I'm going to say this, and I know this is a new page, but I want to drop a nugget to get you delivered, to get you set free. And it's a mindset. And down through the years, the system and the powers that be has tainted certain words and taken certain words out that would take away God's people's authority when it comes to knowing God. See, one of the things that the system has done down through the years, 2,000 years or so, they have taken God out of us, because God created us in his image and his likeness. We are God in the flesh, but they made God separate. They made God separate where you got to go to a physical person, or you got to go to an entity in order, or some person, or a mediator in the flesh, or according to the law, to go to God. But when Jesus came, Jesus said, you ain't got to go to no man. You ain't got to go to no seminary. You ain't got to go to no building. You ain't got to go to no priest. But Jesus said the kingdom is within you. And so Jesus was saying, what I've done and what I have, I've given you the same authority and the same power. And so what Jesus was saying, look within. The kingdom is within. And so see the thing that you must understand and realize is that there's power inside of you. There's power inside of you, which means that I was saying on this other page, there's a difference between a slave and a servant. There's a difference between a slave and a servant, and a son and a daughter. See, a slave and a servant will beg. A slave and a servant, when they pray or when they speak, they will beg, and see, they will beg for someone that's separate from them, like a master, someone that, that a law keeper, someone that, if they do they do what the law keeper said, then the law keeper will be pleased. Now that's a servant, or even a servant. A son or daughter is different. Your mindset is different because it's you're royal. See, when you're a son or a daughter of a king, you're royal, which means that there's a certain command and there's a certain way you walk, there's a certain way you think, there's a certain mindset that you talk in, because you were raised and you're groomed to think a certain kind of way. You're raised and groomed to act accordingly based on the kingship and based on the authority and that you walk in. And so when a son and daughter prays, or when a son and daughter need something, they don't beg. They don't beg. See, this is how you get your answer. This is how you get your breakthrough. You don't beg, you command. Because when you're a son and you're a daughter, it's already yours anyway. You just got to call it to you. The Bible says to call those be not as though they were. And so it's in your mentality. It's in your mind shift. You command, you don't beg. When Jesus prayed, even the woman who had the issue of blood, when Jesus prayed the night before, Jesus praying was his alignment. And alignment is, if I can explain as an example, with your phone. With your phone, and say for an example, your phone is low, your battery is low. What you must do, you put your battery on a charger. And that battery, some might say an hour, some might say 2 hours, some might say 3 hours, some might say 30 minutes. But once that battery is charged, then you're ready. That's what Jesus did. Jesus aligned with the source. And once he aligned with the Father, once he aligned with the source, which means that when he aligned with perfection, when he aligned with order, anything that came in contact with order would reform back to its original state of completeness. And so anything that you want from God, all you got to do is get in the line first. Go to the Father. Align your spirit. In other words, when I say align your spirit, free your spirit. Clean your spirit out. Make sure that your spirit is clean from frustration. Make sure it's clean from hate. Make sure it's clean from weariness. Make sure it's clean from pain. Make sure it's clean from anger. Make sure it's clean from all that. Make sure that anything that's in your spirit is freedom. Anything in your spirit is liberty. Anything in your spirit is the freedom of God. And from that freedom, this is where you speak. You speak from authority because you're free. How can you speak from authority when you're bound? You cannot speak from authority when you're bound, but you can speak from authority when you walk in liberty, when you walk in the freedom. And so this is the key that will unlock your answer, that will unlock your healing, that will unlock your breakthrough. It is in your mouth. Healing belongs to you. You don't beg for healing. You don't beg for a breakthrough. You command it. And then once you command it, walk away from it. Leave it alone and let it manifest. See, because just like we are children of light, just like we're connected to the source, the Bible says that in the beginning, earth was without form, the earth was without void, and darkness was also upon the face of the deep. You know what God did? God appeared. God appeared in the darkness. God appeared where there was no form. God appeared where there was no shape and said, let there be light. And form, shape, and all that came. And so as a believer, in your situation where things seem so bad, you might be at a place where you might be evicted. You might be dealing with situations. You might be dealing with hurt, confusion, or whatever. In that situation right there, God has set you up. All you got to do is be present. Be present and command what you want to happen. Speak it. Declare it. Manifest it. Walk away from it. Leave it alone. It's going to happen. See the problem, what messes up many of people's blessings and breakthroughs is you mess up. You mess with it. You try to help God. Once you ask God, once you told God what you want, leave it alone. Stop trying to think about it. Stop trying to figure out in your mind how it's going to happen, how it's going to take place. See, the thing that you observe is the thing that you're going to manifest. See, be careful. See, less is more with God. Less is more with God. The more you decrease, the more God is going to increase. Stop thinking so much. Think on God. Think on Jesus. Think on healing. Think on power. Don't think on the problem. Don't think on the solution. Let God do that. You just follow Him. You just declare. You just decree. Once you declare and once you decree, leave it alone. That's what faith is. Faith is what? Trusting God, believing God, substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. And so once you have the faith on it, faith is your portal. Faith is your access. In there now, you can see it. It's there, and so it's manifest. And so now that it's manifest, let it run its course. Don't you get in the way of its running its course, but let the system, let your words work for you. Let it work. Let it work. And so those are my words. God bless you. Have a smile on you. God bless you. May all God's best be yours. Gotta go. And you're welcome. You're welcome. It's command, not beg. Command.